So I am continuing my work of putting some lights on the Valmet tractor, and today we were putting this LED bar on, and we're also putting on some 50 watts or 48 watts LED lights. And for the front, where this one is mounting, I have removed this plate from the top of the cab, and as we can see it's quite some rust on it, so we will put the wire wheel on this one and make it a little bit nicer, make the holes for this one, and then paint it before we put it back on some other day. So, and then we can, in the meantime, we can pull some wires and stuff like that, so everything is ready when this plate is dried and painted. Everything is ready. But these 48 watts lights we can put on. We need to modify the mount a little bit, but it's pretty easy. I've done it on the one in the front already, so now I know what to do with these ones. Got all the rust off it, and now the first coat of paint is on, and I found some paint in my cabinet that was direct for rust, so perfect. Then it was just, I drilled some holes here for the LED bar, and there are some, it's not in the best of shapes, this plate, but it will be good enough for many years yet. So I just paint it and then we can put it on and with the LED bar. Alright, so for these 48 watts lights, these are really great. It's the same one that I had on the Massey Ferguson, and they worked for many years. If you've seen my LED test with the LED lights from eBay, I had one of these from 2015 that I have been using on the Kubota excavator, and it's still working perfectly. And that's been on an excavator with a hammer and everything. So yeah, these are really great. The only problem is on the Valmet tractor, if you mount them in the original space for where the lights are, they come too far back against the cabin, so the light will be pointing upwards like this. So I need to extend this mount a little bit out this way, so I can tilt it down, so I get the light where I want it. So that's all we need to do. We need to just cut some plate. I have some stainless, and then we can take it to this one, and then it's just putting them on. Yes, the lights are ready to be installed. Got the heat shrinked cable connectors here, and we have tagged this so they are a little bit longer with new holes and everything, and it doesn't matter if it lines up or not, because you have a lot of adjustment on this and sideways and every way, so shouldn't be any problems. So then I'll just get suited up, and then we can go install these. So this is the lamps I installed some time ago in some bad weather, so I didn't film it, but these are not that good light off, and they are, yeah, I installed them like they are pointing very much down. That's really nice, because then I get a lot of light down here in the snowblower and I can see everything. So I will try to keep one of them now and move this one to the middle, and then keep the two new ones on the sides. Then I get more lighting back, and I also will have one that will light a little bit down. So that's the plan. So let's try and see if we can make that happen. Then it's spliced in, so we have one extra cable going out, and this is the original connection. So then I have an extra wire going to the new light that is coming in the middle, that we drilled the hole for here. And I'm just using these shrink soldering tubes. They are really great, they work perfectly. You can see here the soldering tin has, let's see if I can get some light in. There we can see the soldering tin has gone around the cables, in between and everywhere. So the only important thing I learned about this is just leave it alone a little bit when you're done with it. Let it cool off before you start pulling in it. Looks a lot better. Now we have light all the way back here, and they are not too bright when you are looking at the tractor, so they will not put the light in the eyes of everyone in behind, but you are only using these lights where when you're plowing snow, so that ain't that often. And yeah, the other light is putting much needed light right down on the snowblower, so that's also really nice. And looks like, okay, yeah, looks like I can see the edge of the snowblower also with the light in the middle. I did plan to put some more light just to get a little bit lighting on this, but yeah, I think this will work for now. We'll see how it works. Try it a little bit out. So then it's just figuring out how to wire everything for the LED bar in front. So we can see up there where the gap is, that's where the plate we have painted is, and there is the plan to mount the LED bar with its own wire. So as we can see here, I have taken this roof cover something down, and yeah, there is now an open hole straight out, so this is where I can come in with the wires. We can get some ground here, just like they have done here and there. And then I need to get the wires down here, because I want to have the switch for everything down here, and the LED bar I want to use with the relay. So there was some cardboard over this, as we can see there. It has been probably some kind of fluid laying up in here or something once upon a time. So my plan is just to make a cover straight over like this, and then put all these switches here, and then I have switches for more if I need. That was the most reasonable place to put the switches, as I could see, because up here is a cover, is a glove compartment, so I can have stuff in it. So I have extra pins for the snowblower, and here I had to make a one-hole plate, and then I had to run wires up and down, and yeah, That was a challenge, but I now have this thick wire that will go to the relay for the LED bar, and I have one for the black one here is for trailer. It's 7 wires in this one, so I will have for probably all my future needs of power up here. And there they are, just gotten them out. And what I did, I took this TIG rod and I take the TIG rod together here, so I would have a wire long enough to go all the way up. So now I just need to fiddle a little bit more with it, and then we will pull it in and over here. If we go under the mat or what we will find out, I don't know. As we can see, there are some rust on it, so we'll have something to do in the summer. Then I have the wires pulled. Let's see, this one is coming from the top, but they are going down here, out here, and I drilled a hole here, and then they are coming here. I need to route them around the pedals and everything, and then they will come up here. For this one it will go to a relay, but for this I will just mantle off everything, and then you can see it's 7 wires in here, so that's perfect. So before I call it night, I will make the plate that will go here and post the switches. So I am thinking it will go over the whole thing here, so it needs to be 32 by 9. 32 by 9. Okay, let's make the plate, and then we can cut it out and paint it so it's ready for tomorrow. So here is the plate for the switch panel, and this is the switch panel we are installing. And this is bought from eBay. It comes like this. So I have measured the width and the length here and measured up here. So now it's just drill holes in the corners, and then we can use the angle grinder to cut out the rest. And then we'll give it some paint, and when it's dry we can install it in the tractor. So while this is drying, we will install the LED bar and pull wires for the windows wiper in the back and everything. So enough stuff to do. I think I did the measuring a little bit too quick. You can see with 2 screws in here, it's just like it don't fit. So there we have it, like this. I'll go and get more screws like this tomorrow, but now it's just clean it off and paint it. Alright, first coat with some primer, let it dry, and in the meantime you can see here is the old wiper engine for the back window, and here is the new one. So this one I hope will fit a lot better. The only thing is, you can see this one only has a small shaft, and this one has this, so I have no wiper that will fit on this, arm for the wiper that will fit on this, so I need to move this one over to this one. Here is the wire I pulled yesterday, the one for trailer. As you can see, it has a lot of pairs in it, so that's really nice. One of these I will use for the windows wiper. The windows wiper is the plug here that I have taken the insulation off, and this one is going under the cover here all the way. Yes, new lamp, and around the corner and comes out here. And here I have the ground, so I will just pull that one out and there, and then it will be a switch in the panel that we will mount here for the windows wiper as well. So that's really nice. Now I'm taking this, I have taken the roof cover off here and loosen it so I can get all the wires up in behind here, and I will pull this ground wire all the way there and connect it there, so I will have it in one place. So that's really nice, or I can actually put it under here and then hide all the wires up there. So maybe that. Here is some kind of frozen animal. So when that is done, everything up in the roof is done for this time. I have a new radio on the way, and I need some new speakers. I think these ones are pretty old, so. But then I can put everything back together up in the roof, and then it's just pulling the wires down here. Yeah, of course, the LED bar also. Here is the positive cable for the LED bar. You can see it's pretty big compared to this, but now I have like 6 more wires up here in spare, so that's really nice. So whatever I will find out doing later, I have the wires pulled up here, so if I need to run them by a relay, I can probably get some power from this one and use one of these for relaying the LED bar up here. This one should be enough, plenty enough for running both LED bar and other stuff if I find something else that uses a lot of power. But for now it's only the LED bar, so then I don't need anything else on it, so I will put LED bar on this one and a relay down here, and yeah, I think that will work pretty great. It's the day after, and I have now made a little bit more room for the back side of the plate where the nuts for the LED bar is. So now it should be room enough, I hope. I couldn't get it on yesterday, and we can see how dark it is. I'm just finished at work, so it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, we don't have much daylight now these days, so all lighting is really nice. But its reports for the weather report for tomorrow is a snowstorm with winds about 25 meters per second. So I need the tractor ready for tomorrow, so I need to put LED bar on, and as soon as the LED bar is on, I can finish all the wiring up in the roof, and then I can put that back together, and then the tractor is ready to run. And it's just a little bit with the switches and everything, so I guess we will get all that done today. That was not funny, but I messed up. You can see here the angle on the holders are too steep, so I can't switch the LED bar to pointing forward, only down. Or in. That's always a possibility. And this is as far as we get this way, so yep, I messed up. Fuck. All that work for nothing. Well, I probably need to move it up. That means I have to make new holes up here for the nuts and everything, so yay. Back to the drawing board. Okay, new solution. Instead of making everything new again, I just loosen everything, put it there, and then tighten the bolts. And no, it's a little bit more work to adjust it, and the plate isn't perfectly into the chassis, but instead of making everything new, because I think if I move this over the nuts, I will probably be a little bit too far up and it will hit this. So yeah, I don't know, or maybe it would work. Actually, with the new bolts here, I can see I don't have the room though over there, so I need to cut in the foot here, forgetting it to fit around the bolt and everything. So I think this is better. I just tightened this here, and I will adjust it when I get power on it. So I think this will work. Alright, here is the cable from the LED bar, and I connected it directly to the fat positive wire coming from up, and here I have connected the brown wire to the gray wire that is going to the wiper engine, and then we still have 6 more we can do whatever we want with later on. So if I want more lights or something like that, it's no problem. I have ordered a new radio also, so I guess this will come down when the new radio is being installed, because then we are putting in some new speakers also. I think these ones are pretty old. So let's just get the thingy up again. So then I installed 2 new relays. Both is getting power directly from the battery through a fuse, and one is for the LED bar and the other one is for the switch panel. So from the switch panel will get its control current from the ignition up here. So that will turn on the relay here and deliver power to the switch panel, and the switch panel will then send a control current down to the other relay that will switch on the LED bar, and the rest of the functions will just run through the switches with no relays. I don't see any point of having any relays on them because it's so small current for the wiper engine and other stuff. So then it's just take away all this down here and install the switch panel on top here. All right, there it is. The panel is in place. No wires or visible anywhere, so that's really nice. I need to buy some bulbs for this indoor lighting, so maybe I'll find that tomorrow. This outlet is not working, so that's one thing I actually was thinking about fixing, so I could charge my phone in here, but I didn't have the time for it today. As mentioned, there is a winter storm tomorrow, so now it's just a finishing touch, and that's putting this one in. So the other side have one, this doesn't, so here's some springy thingy. Alright, there is a defroster in. Let's turn on the ignition. You can see with the ignition on, we got these lights. There is the rear window wiper. So, woohoo! That's really nice. Here is the LED bar. So, a lot of light. Luckily I don't have a chrome exhaust on this one. That would be not so nice, but since I have it on its own switch, it's no problem. This will be the sand spreader, I think it's called, and this will be the light bar that I will have in the front soon. Alright, so this is in the back. Plenty of lights. This should be enough. In the front, I think that will work. So I still have some work to do with this one, but I think I will end the video here, and for the next part we will change out the engine heater. It's got a short out. We will change out the piston in the back for the 3-point lift that is leaking, and hopefully we can get the mobile charger cigarette outlet working so we can charge the phone, or if not I will just change out the whole thing. So, and as you can see, I need to clean my garage now. It's amazing when you're working on a project like this. It's just like pulling out everything, and yeah, this is how it looks now.